AT.
What is up, everyone? It is Andrew Rapier here of Beta AT Production and Publishing, bringing you guys a new YouTube video. In this YouTube video, we'll be creating a Rich the Kid type beat. So we're going to be going through and creating live a beat that's going to be designed for Rich the Kid. So we're going to kind of do some of the, I guess, cadence and sounds and types of drums and such to kind of like replicate that sound of his that he often uses. So what the DAW we are using or the program on programming this beat is Fruity Loops 12, and inside Fruity Loops we're running our project at a 140 BPM. And in here in our channel rack, I already put in the drums and instruments. We might be adding some more in there as we go along, but I kind of have like the basis of what we need. So what I like to do is start off with the melody, and I like to work pretty much make the whole entire chorus inside the channel rack. So I'll just make like, or at least like a section of the chorus in the channel rack. And I say that because in my choruses, I usually have the most instruments going. So I'm going to try to utilize all of these inside the channel rack and put it in. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull up this piano lo-fi chord. It's a Nexus piano lo-fi Rode. Or, yeah, lo-fi Rode, that chord. So I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out a melody. So I kind of have like a little basic melody in here. I might change up some notes and then might add in a stutter effect and such. What I'm gonna go do now is work on a bell, which the bell is in the expansion store and forward bell, tiny bell. I took off the delay that was on there. So I'm gonna pull this up, and these two things are Nexus, and that's a third party VST that you have to purchase. So before I go too far ahead, what I like to do sometimes is when I have an idea for a melody or sound creatively, I like to put it in as soon as possible before I forget it. So as I was making the bell melody, which all it is pretty much just a rework of the original melody, kind of just reworking some of the notes around and moving them. So instead of like the A sharp there, it's like 3 octaves higher, and then this is the D is over there instead of there. So you could kind of see like the similarities, how I was kind of doing this, almost like on the off beats and such. Or so what I did over here though was when I clicked it and I tracked it, which sent it over to our mixer, and all I did was go over here, click like right here on a slot, and go to the delay 2. So when I went into delay 2, I clicked the ping pong effect, then I pulled the timer up to here, and this is the effect that I got. Now I'm going to continue working on it as well. So what I was doing right there was I added a gross beat, which is a plugin from ImageLine. So this is only in FL Studio, I believe. And I just right clicked in at these segments right here, which then created this stutter effect. And these are kind of like time measurements. Everything is in 4s, so that's kind of like how you work with it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And it takes it back one, I think like second or 1 step. So, but if we pulled it up down to 2, then it'll take it back to 2 steps. But yeah, so that's it I'm gonna do for that. I'm gonna continue and do some violin stuff now. And the violin is actually just contacts. I'm probably gonna fix around that violin a little bit. It's not sounding to what I was expecting. Or I might just change the sample is probably what I'm going to do. I might probably change it to something to Nexus, because that violin is not cool. Not cool. So now I just need to figure out where I have a good violin. Oh, I know where it is. So it sounds better now. I'm going to go ahead and start working on the drums now. So I'm going to start with the hi-hat. Actually, I'm going to put in the snares first. So I'm going to just put in like this. This is going to be like the bass, and then I'm going to put in some other snares. So okay, what I did was I clicked in for the snares where I wanted. Then I went over to piano roll to pull this up to put in the snares at other segments. Now I'm on a snap 1 to 4 step. So what that means is I see the grid and it will do it in the 1 over 4 steps. And so what I did was enter in some of the notes, and I changed the velocity so it kind of goes down. And what the velocity is how hard the note is hit, so this actual sample sound lowers. And so every time you see one of these notes, that means the sample will be hitting, which is the sample is the snare. And then over here I have the hi-hats, which was kind of like how I did the snares. I originally did the hi-hats in here, but then I did these little drills inside. And all you need to do for a drill, I'm just going to do another drill right here, screw it, is stretch the note out, Shift E to select it, and then Alt U, and then gives you this time multiplicator, I guess you'd say, and it lets you change other stuff. You could change velocity, pan, all types of different stuff. So now you got it drilled, I guess you could say, or chopped up. So I'm gonna now, and oh yeah, what I also did was I tracked these into the mixer. And so what I did is I hold Shift, select that, right click, channel, route selected channels starting from this track. And what that means is starting from this track, it's gonna route all the channels. So I'm gonna continue and do this open hat now. And that's just another way to track it. Okay, so what I all did was I changed the piano over to the piano FM piano cheap, and then I tracked in some. I didn't actually track in. Let's go ahead, track all that. Track that. Track that. And we're gonna do that. We just need to figure out where to put that. So what we all did was put in the cymbal crash, put in the percussion rim in there, and put in this open hat throughout there. We could pull this open hat down. Now, what I forgot was to put in the kicks in here, so I need to go grab my kicks. We can go into the AT Pop Kit. All of our drums are from our drum kits, which you go to beatat.com, and you should see a link to the drum kits there. Drum kits and downloads. All of our drum kits are available there. We use all of those drums for all of our beats, which we've gotten all of our placements with and all of our tutorials. So any videos you see us using drums or anything, it's more likely using our drum kits. Anything with AT name on it. So we're gonna grab a kick. Alright, so what I did pretty much was I tracked over our kick and 808, and I changed pretty much the level mix of our instruments. And originally it was a piano was the main part. Now the piano's in the back and the bells are in the main. I just wanted to work that around. I didn't like the piano that much, but I want the piano to be in there to kind of give some lower mid frequency umph. And then the 808s don't really interfere with it, so, and we still haven't even EQ'd it. So we get the 808s in there. Gonna start doing a little EQ. I kind of know the rough basis of the 808 on how I'm gonna EQ it, but let's take a listen to it now. And since our 808s are tuned to C5, so everything is naturally tuned to norm. Like, we could just go ahead and plug it in normally. We don't have to worry about like retuning it. All we do is kind of follow a bass line. So we start on the D, So we went down to a lower octave, D4, and we kind of just bounced around up. And then for this, we did a slide, and all you need to do is double click the note and click the slide button and click accept. That's all you need to do a slide. Or you can click this and click there. So but yeah, and then we just did the 808s like that and just did it by ear and played through. Probably I might change up the 808s just because I did it really quick, and I don't know if I'm gonna really like the pattern for sure. So I'm gonna give it one more listen through. Alright, so that's pretty good for the start of it. I think we need to add in maybe one more instrument to maybe thicken it up. So we're going to just I have so many, but we're going to just keep using let's go through Electra real quick. I was going to say Nexus, but I don't want to rely on that too much. So pretty much what I just did was finish up what I would call the whole entire chorus. So this is all layered out. It's a similar melody. It's more delayed bells. It's like a pad, heavy bell pad, and it just adds more essence to the beat and kind of changes up the vibe a little bit. It definitely fills it up. So definitely when you were to finish mixing and mastering this whole beat, it would sound really, really good. It'll have a strong punch to it. But we're going to go ahead and start layering it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right in our playlist right there. We're going to go split by channel. We're going to separate everything. So what this does is everything that we had in our channel rack, and when we put it down on a playlist, as long as we select the channel rack, the correct one that we're using, and since we only have one in this case, you will select it, and when you go to split, it'll split all the instruments that you have inside there. Now when you only have one instrument, there's no point on splitting it because it's only one. But when you have multiple instruments all in one channel rack, then you can split it. And now we have them all separated into different tracks. Now a trick that I like to do is go ahead and lock to content. So we will always have these on our playlist. Alright, so I'm going to go do an Alt-T, going to intro, and Alt-T, chorus. Chorus, intro. Gonna go enter in these bells, enter in the piano lo-fi, maybe a ding right there. Well, what we could just do is select E, shift, select E, select P, shift E, shift P, and now holding shift, drag. Now I want to get rid of these. Alt T, verse. Now I'm just structuring, this is how I structure everything. So, oh shoot. This is how I like to structure everything, at least. Because it kind of has a set idea. Like I have the whole idea structure, and having everything labeled makes it easier for me to understand the flow, and it's easier for people around me to understand the workflow. And I like to label everything over here because, you know, it's all done and it will be automatically set. Now what I'm going to probably do is pull down this, no, not this one, but probably these, and I'm going to do make unique, and now I'm going to do lock to this one. So now I got, I'm going to change this 808. So this is going to be a separate pattern. Now since this one is the same one as that one, all I need to do is change this one, and this one will automatically change. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and change this 808. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep this 808 like that, and I'm going to simplify this one. That's what I'm going to do. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Done. So now it's more simplified. Now let's listen to it. Alright, so it sounds pretty good. I just changed some things around, as you could follow, and I just kind of remixed some levels. We're changing them around. We're going to go in here, and we're going to start doing some of the trap snares. Going to put in the orchestral crash. Now, this is how long a chorus is, 8 bars. We're working in double time since we're over 100 BPM. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. I'm going to go put it where our chorus should be. So not there, but at 57. Chorus 2. Gonna go ahead and zoom out. So let's see, 1, 2, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that right there. Gonna insert a new snare pattern. Gonna go ahead and make this one unique. So then we're gonna do like this. Gonna get rid of some of these ones, so we're gonna simplify it. This is a good way to avoid pretty much what I would call boringness, or to create something unique that's going to be entertaining. Let me look at this. This doesn't seem right. Yeah, no, that's right. Actually, but you know what? We're gonna get rid of 2 of these. Actually, we're gonna cut it down a little bit shorter. I don't think Rich the Kid is that. A lot of trap artists tend to have shorter verses, so we're gonna cut the verse down. So I'm gonna put in the symbol right there. Actually, no, we'll put it right there. Then we'll put another one right here. We're going to cut that out. We're going to do. So I'm just changing some things around, as you could follow. I mean, all I'm doing is manipulating the actual placement of these slots or loop patterns. And since all these are individualized, it's just like the individual snares, and we're gonna go ahead and lock the content for that. And all you need to do after is to build off of what I'm teaching you, and you can go ahead and apply it for the next verse, because I'm not gonna probably do, because honestly what you can do is just copy this and paste it like that, and boom, you have a full beat. But you would want to change up the second verse to keep it original. And so I don't want to teach the copy paste method, but we're going to continue working on this beat. So I'm going to pull in these hi-hats over here. Now let's give it a listen. Alright, so what I did was add a reverb on this bell right here. And then I added in the bells over there, and I cut I cut the bell right there, the other bell. And then I cut the kick, 808. I want to cut that as well. Cut everything except the snare and the piano, pretty much. And then I finished over. It looks pretty done. I'm going to go give it a full listen. We're going to minimize this and give it a full listen. Exit off of this. Exit this. Exit this. Exit this. Exit this. We're not done yet, I don't think. We're just trying to give it a quick listen. We're definitely getting there. I definitely like it. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is start doing some of these stutter effects and such. I don't think there's much more melodies we need to do. I'm not gonna really even cover. The mix sounds pretty decent. It needs to be cleaned up. Some stuff needs to be cleaned up though, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and clean it up. So what I'm doing is going to EQ these hi-hats. Well, just listen to them solo. Alright, so what we're going to go do is insert Effectrix, which is a third-party plugin by Sugar Bytes. You could also use Gross Beat, but I prefer Effectrix for effects like this. And we're going to go ahead and create automation clips. So we're going to I turned it off first to automate it. We're going to keep it on top. And what we're going to do is create some stutter effects and such. If I can get everything. So loop, we're going to let's try this. Alright, so what I did, as you can see, I was messing around with effect tricks, but I couldn't find anything that I liked. I thought the loop would work, but it didn't work to what I was thinking. I like the reverse, so I kept the reverse. We should probably pull that there. Yeah. No. Wait, how is this? Yeah, that's how it should be. And then I have I just put in gross beat, ironically. And I just did a one step like that. And I did automation as well. So, and we could do it right here, but that's all. So we're gonna try this. Oh, and I want to do a filter in the beginning. So we're gonna go into the Fruity Love filter, if I can find it. I Alright, so hopefully everything worked. I put in the love filter, and then I did an automation, create an automation clip for the actual mix level of this. So instead of the toggle, I did the mix level. So if it's all the way at 0, then it doesn't go through the filter, but if it's at 100%, which it starts at, then it goes all the way through the filter. So we're going to give this a listen. Now this is only intro, chorus, verse, chorus. You probably need to put in another verse, and then chorus, then an outro. But using everything that you could learn from this video, hopefully you can build that and create it from your own. So create something organic and original. So I'm going to minimize this, and we're going to look and see if this kind of fits what Rich the Kid would rap on. Hopefully everything works. Alright, after I gave it a listen, I actually wanted to remix some of this, change some of these levels. Maybe make this a little bit better. So pull the snare, put the snare. I hate when it does that. That's gross speed messing up because I don't stop it, so it gets off. tempo or whatever. Alright, so I just did some minor tweaking to the mix, changing the levels. Actually, there was a lot of tweaking. And I did little mastering, very, very minor. I'd probably pull this up a little bit more. Pull yourself up. And it's not really even the best. It's just a little rough mastering and limiting, trying to compression and such. And then yeah, that was really it. I'm just gonna pull some of this some of this stuff over, cause why not? So yep, we're gonna save it and we're gonna play it now. So hopefully you guys found this tutorial helpful. I think it sounds like a Rich the Kid type beat. If you guys want to learn more and learn how to make beats like the pros and learn more in-depth information, tips, and tricks, then be sure to go check the description of this video, because we have links to all different sorts of things. Also a link to our course, how to make beats like the pros. That is the course to get. It's amazing. Our course is just growing in students. I'm actually pretty surprised about how many we've gotten within the past couple days. But this course, it teaches people how to make professional beats, and beats that are actually high quality and go into depth at information that you can't find on YouTube per se. And it's very similar to the structure that I do on this YouTube page, but yeah, just better. Also, if you want to get the drum kits and the drum samples that we use, also check in the description as well, because we have links to that to our website, and our website is on a video, beta-at.com. And this is Andrew Rapier here of Beta-at Productions and Publishing, and I will see you guys later.